So yeah, he's just gonna land right here. Just... Holy shit. This is the right place, right? It's quite beautiful. Although... Actually, I was going to ask where Nashu is, but... I can only imagine she's probably enjoying herself in the water. Right, and he's going to just kind of fly his way over to the lily pad here. So I'm just going to fly and land right here. There you are. The finest specimen I've ever seen. Are you enjoying the water, my dear?
I mean, yes.
As always. Oh. Your hair seems a bit more fluffier than usual.
Yeah, I decided I don't like it straight.
After all these years, what made you change your mind?
I think it fits me better.
Oh, it absolutely does, my dear.
Cute.
Of course. Always for you.
You can take a seat, you know.
Apologies, I suppose I was admiring the view.
Yes, I know I'm hot, thank you.
Of course. Here, let me just find my chair. You gonna take a seat. A new hairstyle and a new outfit, I see. Are you getting ready for the summertime?
Tired of the restrictive clothing.
Fair enough.
I need to let everything out, you know.
Always. You already know I'll never complain.
I mean... so...
Fair enough.
So how are you?
I've been alright. Been a bit busy all over the place, you know. I was actually setting up something for the other little birdies. Well, I am a bit late for it. But I was trying to set up something for spring. For them.
Well, it did just start, so...
It did. I was just hoping I would have started on the very first day, but I'm a little bit late to that, it seems.
That's true, but then again, you've been... busy.
I've been trying. I suppose you could say I've started teaching them the ways of my culture. It'd be nice for them to know.
Yes, it would. Trying to get Eric to learn anything is a fucking hassle, in case you're wondering.
Oh, I imagine so. But then again, it's Eric's, and it's you.
It is Eric's, yeah. That is sort of how it goes.
Of course. Have you made any progress, though, with, well, teaching him anything?
He's definitely been learning some things. There's some things you don't care about, though, so... that's where the difficulty comes from.
Do I want to ask what particular parts he doesn't seem to care much for?
He cares about... trying to go on long-term history is troublesome with him. And he doesn't seem to understand the why we do things. just the fact that we do things, like certain cultural practices. He knows how to do them, but I don't think he really understands the why we do it. And I have not even had the opportunity to broach the whole needing to repopulate subject, so that's going to be so fun.
I imagine
Later.
so.
Yeah. But it's gonna happen. He needs to.
He will have to at some point. I imagine.
Correct.
I imagine technically we all would have to.
True.
And although I can only imagine that won't be a problem for you and me, some of the others it might be more difficult.
Yeah, like the princeling.
Like the princeling, yes, exactly. He's already been dumped. So,
To be fair, you do have the Viren, who I think will want to do so at some point. I don't think Voiko will.
I don't think she would know.
No, but you two should be able to handle it. You and the Viren. Isaiah, yeah, I think he's going to. I just don't know how that works with Amelia, because we know those two are. We know they're fucking, let's be fair.
Oh,
Well, they
absolutely.
haven't fucked yet, but they're going to.
They're going
I'll make
to.
sure of it. This summer. I'll make sure of it.
They really need to just get it over and done with, honestly.
Yes. Yes, they do. So there's them. Legend Orga, we don't need to worry about. Rivka can do whatever the fuck they want. And yeah, no, like, I don't know what about Tari though. Because I'd rather they didn't procreate with Kai, but you know.
I am admittedly very concerned about her situation with Kai, but it feels like there's not much we can do about that for right now. Although, we are keeping it in mind. I already know that if a plan is made, at least of handling Kai, Eric's will jump at it the first opportunity he gets.
Correct.
And he's
So,
not the only one.
yeah. Eric's needs to have kids.
I imagine he won't be a fan of that, though.
Well, currently he's been hanging around this male seahorse guy, and that's probably his best chance.
I forgot that was a thing, actually. Wait.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's still an adjustment. So he
they
might...
do get prego.
They do. Wow, he has an opportunity.
He does have an opportunity, but I think he still, like, has this whole Avedon thing going on, which I'm fully for him using the motherfucker and then getting with the seahorse and spawning children, but, you know, Eric's is the only one here with the full fucking tail. He kinda needs to have kids.
Right. Admittedly, though, I'm not exactly sure how to feel about the whole situation with him and Avedon. I mean, Avedon's helped me out, but apparently I have received warnings that he is not to be trusted.
But we don't need to trust him.
Oh,
Simple
absolutely
as that.
not.
Like, Avedon is simping after Eric's. Eric's has full opportunity to use their capabilities for our purposes. I'm just saying, in the end, the seahorse guy is the best for procreation.
Absolutely. I agree.
Like, he doesn't even need to like the person that he gets pregnant. He just needs to have kids. That's all I'm asking. It's not that hard.
No, it technically isn't hard, but I imagine some would be hesitant.
Why do you think I'm teaching him all this shit? He needs to teach it to them. Fucking stupid sea urchin.
admittedly, and I'm not even someone that would be against the idea of having kids. It's more, I suppose I can understand why some would have the hesitation, considering what's happened in the past, and they might not feel ready to be the ones to lead an entire new generation. It is a scary thought, I can imagine.
Yeah, but if they don't do it, who will?
Exactly. It's something that must be done at some point.
We're dying.
Oh no. We're dying.
Oh no.
Oh, what a shame.
It's either fuck or die, honey.
I mean, I think we both know which one we prefer.
Oh, I'm fully aware.
Oh, absolutely.
The problem's
Bite.
not us.
Like, not a bite to, like, obviously, just...
Yeah.
Yeah, just...
Yeah.
Yeah. Ha.
Cute.
Of course. Only for you.
Meaty today, I see.
Oops. There we go. Sorry, I was fixing myself. I won't lie, though. Obviously, we need to procreate with those that are, of course, the same race. At least the same or similar enough to the same race as us, but...
Or human.
Or human. But have you ever thought about maybe also trying someday with you and me?
Possibly.
I think it'd be nice. Although, of course, doesn't have to be anytime soon. Or we don't have to do it at all.
You can't wait to see me pregnant.
Well, it's going to happen either way. Like you said, we all need to procreate, and that includes you.
I'm gonna just drop the spawn in a lake somewhere.
just sorry.
Drop the egg sacs and be done with it. I don't want to do the Fakuro thing where you have to have just one giant one in there for too fucking long. Big bitch.
That would be the hope, wouldn't it? Admittedly, I'm not exactly sure how it would work if we tried.
I'm also not sure. I don't know if they would be Jungu or Fakuro.
I imagine it'd be a
I know they
gamble.
wouldn't be both.
I assume the hope would be for Jungu, of course.
I would like Jungu.
I think that would be admittedly that would probably be the hope, but no matter what they turn out.
It would suck if I throw these motherfuckers underwater like most Jungu children, then the egg breaks open and they fucking drown because they're not Jungu. That would be so unfortunate.
That would be so unfortunate.
Well, lesson learned. It's time to put them in the fucking shallows if that's the case.
Fucking hell.
Just in case.
Just
Let 'em
in
float.
case. Still though, I think at some point it'd be nice to try. If we both want to and are ready, of course.
Possibly at some point. It's just, I'm still needed to be the leader and be in fighting condition.
I know.
The first bit, I'm less in fighting condition until I can drop off the package.
Which is why it definitely can't be anytime soon. Not until either
Yeah, how about we
A,
make you pregnant instead?
I don't know how that would turn out. Or if that's even
I
possible.
think it turned out great.
You're saying that like as if you haven't.
Lest you forget, I am the champion of lust. And procreation comes from that. I'm sure if I asked him, he would certainly help with this little conundrum.
Oh, God. You realize if that's the case, you would have to definitely make sure that I feel hot and that I don't feel hideous or embarrassed.
Oh, I know. What, do you think having children is hideous?
No, of course not.
No, exactly.
I just know that my pride can be a bitch sometimes.
Yes, but aren't you proud of bearing children?
I would be.
So I don't think that'd be the problem.
Fair enough. I might just need a reminder if that's what it leads to. Are we really? Like, out of character, do we really about to happen?
No, Nashu is fucking around because she doesn't think she's gonna live long enough for this.
Oh.
That's why she's shooting the shit.
Jesus.
Cause she's pretty sure she's not living long enough for that. That's why she's training Nashu. Not Nashu, that's why she's training Eric's.
Yeah. So, though.
We could be pregnant together.
Perhaps.
Your poor abs won't survive this.
I know. My poor abs.
Hey, at least we'll be rocking the dad bod.
I would have the best dad bod. Thank you very much.
You would have the best dad bod.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Who doesn't like a little chub?
Fair enough. Honestly, a little bit of chub is always nice. Means there's more to grab. Grab?
Real. Thank you.
Of course.
I mean, I personally feel like some of the prettiest Jengu there was were the broodmothers.
That is a fair point. I don't think I've ever seen one. At least one of the broodmothers.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Of course. Like, but not even in, like, paintings or photos or anything like that. But I imagine that they looked beautiful.
Well, yeah. As a predatorial species, we're in constant tip-top shape for whatever we need. So even those who are more siren-like aesthetic, they still are muscly, if you would. There's always, it's either the muscle is big or it's compact. We're always in tip-top shape for hunting. But broodmothers, they were softer. Much softer. They were not built for hunting at that stage of their lives. They were meant for curating children. It's the only time we can really get into that sort of state, if you would, of being much more plush, soft, rounder, if you would. And as you can imagine, they are fiercely fucking protected. I mean, much fiercer. They are more protected than children are. Because they can make more.
I see.
So of course you're not going to see them in pictures or paintings because it is something that is almost sacred. Then once their times are up as being broodmothers, eventually, well, some decide to stay that until they've run their course. Others popped out a couple and decided, okay, I'm ready to get back in the game. And when that decision is made, I suppose for humans or for more biological beings, chemicals would change in their head, in their bodies. For us, I suppose it's something similar in the sense of they rapidly lose that weight, that softness, and their bodies reaffirm into what their prime state is again for hunting. It's with the whole thing of when we decide to have children, because unlike humans and their ability to spawn kids without intention, we actually have to intend for it to happen. When that decision is reached, that's when the process begins.
I see. It's quite fascinating. So what I'm hearing is, when the time comes, if you were to become pregnant with a kid at some point in the future, I would have to protect you with my life then.
You fucking better.
Of course I would. I mean, I'd do it regardless, but...
It means that for a time, until it is finished, my capabilities of hunting are going to drop. So... But that's the price to pay for beauty.
Fair enough. Although
I don't know if it's like that for other species, but that's how it is for Jengu.
Fuck, this is one of the things I don't know about for Fukuro. Actually, I should have asked about that.
It's either come up with something, or Jinzo doesn't know.
Fair enough. I do believe when it comes to the protectiveness, at least, of the children, that is something that is similar, although not... It's a bit different when it comes to parenting as Fukuro. Since, you know, we did technically lay eggs. They would rest in their nests. We would make sure that they stay warm, so there would always be someone who would stay behind and keep an eye on the children while the other parent would go out hunting. However, it was the female that would actually go out hunting and foraging for food, for supplies, for what was necessary. It was the male who would stay behind, tending to the nest, to the house, to the children.
Your house husband. Oh, that's adorable.
Pretty much. Although, once the babies themselves were hatched, it would sort of change a little bit after. I remember when I first hatched from my egg, well, my mother wouldn't leave my side.
Fat bitch. Big baby.
Big baby. Hey, I was a big baby.
You're a hummingbird. And you're this fucking big.
It's a miracle, isn't it?
Genetics.
Yes, believe it or not, I had the recessive gene of being bigger than most of the others.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Laviren actually might know why you're bigger than most would be for hummingbird flies. Pretty sure it's because there was Legend Orca in your line.
Interesting. I wonder if there'd be a way to maybe take a look at that, but I'd have no idea how to start. And there's other things that take priority for now. But it's something to keep in mind.
Fair. I think it was either Griffin or Hippogriff. Because it was mentioned in the books that... Quick lesson. So, even after a long time, some traits, as we've already talked about, the adaptions stay. Hence, you know, my ability for fucking legs. And being able to change colors. It was mentioned how when I believe it was the lion Legend Orca got with a one of the Pikuro, and their children had the shit of it was either a griffin or a hippogriff, like I said. So while they were capable of flight and had feathers, they were also very cat-like. I think it was griffin. And throughout their line, certain traits would appear. But the Fukuro that they had gotten with was a hummingbird. So traits that stuck around is usually the children of that line would be on the bigger side of things, or they would have bigger hands like paws, you know, like what you had before.
Oh shit.
You remember your giant paw-like hands?
Oh, I remember.
Yes. So I'm pretty sure one of your ancestors is the lion Legendorga. Like, Nemean lion.
Hmm.
That's why you're a big bitch.
I mean, I won't complain. If anything, that sounds
Yes.
rather sick as fuck, honestly.
You're a big little guy. Your poor mom, 4-foot little woman trying to
Oh, I
push out a
know.
1-foot egg.
Oh, I know. She wouldn't let me hear the end of it.
I love it when this 80-pound woman has to push out an egg that's 40 pounds.
It's something, isn't it?
She couldn't walk by the end of it, could she?
No, she definitely had to recover for a little bit before she went out for the hunting.
Yeah.
Although, it was nice for once I did hatch. Because then the role is sort of reversed. She would be the one to stay behind, in regard so that she could help teach me. Teach me the basics of survival. Even as simple as walking or flying. While my father then had to go out and do the hunting and foraging, making sure that there were no threats in the area. It was a matter of teamwork.
Fair. For the pods, we have much more people involved than just a mother and a father, so.
Right. That would make sense. Although, for us, since we were a bit more of a reclusive people, it wasn't the same for us in that regard.
I imagine. I've heard things from Eric's because his pod was literally just his mom and dad and him. So I've been having to explain pod dynamics to him as well. And, you know, what to do with baby. There was an entire conversation with Esper before about, hey, so apparently humans don't decide when they get pregnant. They could just accidentally have a kid, which is still fucking wild, by the way.
That is pretty fucking wild.
I know, that sounds terrible.
I know, like, what if it just happens without you planning it?
Or being, yeah, that's what I said. And so that's why, yeah, that's why apparently there's this whole adoption. Like, people will literally give up their kids when they're not ready, or they'll kill them before they're even, like, be in the ready to even, like, drop. Well, they don't have their mammals, but they will kill them, like, in the first couple of weeks so they don't become born. You know?
What the?
Because, you know, well, they're not ready.
I guess.
Which, it's also the fact that they can't apparently have sex without, like, having a risk of having a kid. It's weird. It's an entire thing. I have to sit down with Asfar and Rivka again to once again iron this. I have to talk about this with Isaiah.
Oh, fuck! Well, that'll be a conversation for later then, won't it?
That's so fun.
Unless you want me to talk to him about it instead, you just give me the cliff notes.
I'll try my best. But, no, for the brood mom, there's basically what happened. It's, okay, you need to be aware. It's never just one. It is never... For Fakuro, you guys have one egg at a time. We don't. It's a clutch.
Which means it's multiple eggs.
Yes.
How much would it be? By
And there.
tens? Hundreds?
It matters what type of Jengu they are, and their partner, and how fertile. Cause, let me look this up really quickly.
Yeah.
Wait, get.
Also, did you like my bullshittery for the fucking, like, parrot shit?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hell yeah.
We've talked about this before.
I know, I just, like, I didn't note it, I guess I didn't write that down. I do not. I guess I don't think I actually asked about that, I guess, because we talked about, like, basic stuff like cuisine, in regards to, like, competition, which then led a little bit to combat, and I know we talked about the specific holidays or celebrations they had. And like I said, there's a competition between men and women. We did talk about the hippogriff and griffin stuff a little bit. We talked about language, their values, symbols, and then the whole thing about, like, when birds molt their feathers and, like, info about Jinzo with that. Yeah, I don't think I actually asked you about, like, how it would be to have a kid.
I think it was briefly mentioned at some point.
I think it was, yeah. I just was dumb enough not to question it further.
I'll say for Jengu, yeah, I'll say this in character. That's probably a good idea. Yeah. So basically, as I said, it really depends on the kind of Jengu, but how it usually goes is it's a wide range between 10 to 20, maybe more. And after a while, like, obviously they need to grow a bit inside of the Jengu at a certain point, and it's not long, like, we're not caring for 9 fucking months, but not long. It's sort of like, think like frog eggs in the sense that you will find a safe place in the water, and you will lay the eggs, which have this kind of mucus membrane around it to attach to either walls or to coral. Basically, a safe place hidden away. Not all of them hatch. Not all of them are good, so to speak. Because, A, there's extra if there's predators. Usually the outer layer ones, most of the time, are not actually fertile. They're decoys. So if predators do get in, the ones inside of the mucus sac are usually the ones which are fertilized, but you can't really ever tell. Then, and keep in mind, when brood mothers get pregnant and lay the eggs usually, it all happens at once. So it is large amounts of Jengu eggs pushed together in a closed-off protected space, and that's where they grow, and the ones that are fertilized will feed off of the other eggs. So the ones that don't exactly have baby Jengu in there, it has this kind of, let's go with nutrient fluid that they are capable of feeding off of to continue growing. Plus, there's other things that have to be done to curate the environment. And then after, they will break open. So you don't really know how many there are at a time. It could be as little as maybe 2 or 3. If they're very fertile, it could be as many as 16, maybe more. You don't get to choose how many. It's just a matter on, their fertility. Which is why brood mothers do compete a little. The more fertile you are and the more eggs and more that actually hatch, the better off.
I see.
So don't expect just one kid.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I suppose I wouldn't complain.
Exactly. I will say that for my pod, the birth is a little less usually. The amount that are actually, fertilized, it's a little bit more difficult because of us having the whole legs and shit. Sometimes they have difficulty breathing underwater for long periods of time. What's the best way to describe it? Sometimes their gills aren't immediately in working condition. And there is times when there isn't any caretakers in the immediate area to help them. So some will drown or suffocate. Some will get snatched up by predators. Because what they usually do is once they hatch, they immediately beeline it for the nearest Jenku, no matter where they are. So, since we would put them in one of the lower underwater caves, you might just be swimming by, and then a horde of little baby Jenku will latch onto you and drag you under until you could bring them back up.
Oh.
They come from the depths. You don't see the little bastards till they got their hands on you.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds pretty fucking adorable.
They're very cute. They're tiny little guys, usually. Little babies. Not as small as Leetri are, but, you know, they're little guys. Not big fucking baby like you are. You were like probably 3 or 4 times the size of a baby Jenku.
Most likely. I mean, I was already bigger than the average Fukudo.
Fair. Big bitch. But,
Very big bitch.
For the more, you know, deep sea Jenku or reef Jenku, it's some things are likely different, but I don't know about that shit, and Eric's doesn't know about that shit, so I'm gonna have to look through the library to see if it's stated anywhere.
Right. Hopefully there's something there. If not, well, you and I had talked about exploring a bit and perhaps finding some places, areas of that could have history of our people.
I'd like to. We still haven't fully explored Rouen.
That is
and all
true.
the doorways.
I did find one spot. It's actually where I've been setting up the spring festival thing for Laviren and oh my god, why am I blanking on their name? Waco. Jesus. Yeah. Oh my god. That was out of character. I was blanking so hard. I just
confused noise.
It's a spot where I've been setting things up for Laviren and Waco. And admittedly, I just wanted to see if it still existed. And I was surprised to see it did. Mostly untouched. But it'd be nice to bring you there at some point.
I'd like to.
It'd be nice. And then you and I can explore and we can find some more places. I still need to bring you to that village that I found long ago.
Fair.
I have to set up time. I have to set up a date and time. It sounds like it'll be a date.
Bad.
Of course. Although, and apologies for my rudeness, I'd never asked you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well enough. Just been tired.
Fair enough.
I need to look upset.
I'll always be upset when I hear about you exhausting yourself. Especially
unintentional. Well, to be fair, I was getting a new outfit in my hair, and obviously beginning preparations for the summer.
Of course.
Because, you know, I have a lot of work to do.
Oh, absolutely. I very much look forward to the summer now, every year.
Good. I have a lot of fun. Fang, on the other hand.
Fang will be fine. Doesn't he have a boyfriend?
He does.
He does. Listen, you could just let those two have a bunch, like a lot of fun, and I mean a lot of fun. How could he possibly
I always
complain?
make sure.
Absolutely.
Well, I think he complains when I'm like, "Oh, hi, Fang," and then he holds ass in the other direction.
That sounds about right.
And obviously dealing with Eric's as well.
Of course.
Fucking sea urchins.
Of course, you had to be stuck with the one student that tends to argue back with you.
Yep.
Yep.
Great.
Awesome.
And also, obviously, dealing with the crystals. I still have to re-find that person for the Elka one. Because the Elka stone reacted to someone. I have to go re-find her at some point, which means I need to go get it back from Conduit.
Right. Well, just whenever you have the time. Obviously, don't try to overwhelm yourself. I mean, that's what you gave us these for, right? Gestures to the earring.
Yes. Yes, these little bastards. Who still yap in my head. We do have to go to the, other facility at some point.
That we do. We have a lot of work to do. We'll get it done, though. And of course, I need to continue my time in the library. After all...
Look at you reading.
Well, of course. I did say I would try my best to find some way to help you. Did I not?
Yes.
I know that you and I have had recent arguments, disagreements, but that hasn't changed the fact that I want to help you with your predicament. I know you don't want to be a leader as much as probably anyone else. It is stressful.
Yeah, well, Esfar is still not ready.
I know he's not
I don't think he's going to be ready.
Which is why...
There has been improvements, I will say that, but he still hasn't come to talk with me.
Then perhaps maybe I should have another talk with him. After all, I told him he needed
You
to
try
go
to teach him some shit. Maybe he'll listen to you, because he doesn't listen to me.
I can try to teach him something, but I'm still going to give him a piece of my mind regardless.
Yes, yes.
I told him to go talk to you. So, perhaps he needs a reminder.
I won't eschew him because I'm pretty sure that they've been busy. Apparently shit's happening on his vampiric side of the family.
Oh.
His mom's woke up finally after a year, so...
Finally?
Mother.
It's been a while.
They're vampire. They can sleep for centuries if they so wished.
Fair point. Fair point. Though I know that his mother was supposed to be keeping an eye on Little Prince, technically. So the fact we hadn't heard much of him for a year? Or two? It...
1 year. They've been asleep.
I wonder if they were recovering or resting?
I believe they were resting. Like I said, they were a vampire, and now they're a vampire.
Fair point. That's a fair point.
Oh yeah, no. They got their eyes back.
They did?
Yeah, they were blind.
Oh, out of character.
At least one of us got our eyes back.
I'm sorry. I'm like solely processing this because I don't know if I was told this out of character or in character that he's a vampire. Wait.
Yeah, Alec is a vampire.
Oh!
And yes, he already went through the ritual because he was supposed to be a vampire. He was a vampire before, but he finally became a vampire. And then he wanted his eyes back, so Delphine conducted the shit needed to give him his eyes back, but he needed to rest for a year. So he's been resting.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been resting for a year as his eyes were fully reintegrated because a vampire's eyes are really fucking powerful. You know the vampiric fucking gaze and shit? Yeah, it's so much worse for them. So it's a lot of magic and transmutation, all that kind of shit. And recently, he has rewoken.
Oh!
So he can see now.
Huh.
Yep.
Man, I'm just learning this today! Alright, yeah, so, I'm just gonna say Jinzo is like, okay.
Windows 8.
Yeah, Windows 8, and then just... wait. Vampire?
Yeah.
He's a vampire
The
now?
ones? Yes.
Huh. I don't think I was informed of this previously.
It's Princeling! Why are we surprised?
Why are we surprised? I'm going to...
You know that's what he does.
It is frustrating.
I'm sure.
Yep, it's official. I'm having a conversation with him.
Yes.
And I will help teach him what I can to help lighten your load.
Good.
You just let me know if there's anything specific I should teach him, and I'll do my best.
How to be a leader, how to not be a fuck up. I don't know, culture, religion, tradition.
Something. Anything.
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 Give him anything.
I'll see what I can do. Although, and I bring this up just as a what if, but if it reaches a point where progress just isn't being made with Espoir, especially considering we're on limited time with the church on our hides, I still think that if we need to, we might need to consider making a few changes.
As in?
Perhaps rather than having one singular leader, maybe we might need to figure out something different. Something new with how our group will function, should function.
I think in long term, yes. But the leadership position is not supposed to be it's my way or the highway. It's in times of panic, when a decision needs to be made at a moment's notice, who's the person making the decision?
Right. I suppose I am speaking more of the long term when I say this.
Long term, we need a council.
That I agree. I think a council would be best.
That's what we were supposed to have in the first place. Each of the species had their own way of doing things. But at the end of the day, when needing to work together, there was a council. Each species sends their own envoy to it. The king's court, if you would. The Fangires were basically in the same position I'm in. When a decision needed to be made here and now, it was going to be the Fangire king that made the decision. And the reason why they had this privy is because they are a jack of all trades. They're able to work with the other species, but they do not beat the other species. They are basically a shitted version of everyone, but at least they're a version of everyone, you know?
Right.
They will never compare to, say, an Elka in terms of magic, or a Dorankin in terms of wisdom. A Jengu in terms of fighting, or a Leetri in terms of combat. Of nautical combat, specifically. But they will do better than those who can't do anything. That is why they were to be the one to be the lighter. Not because they were better, but because they could relate in a way to everyone to make the quick, needed decision that was needed. Their role was to make immediate decisions. But for long-term decisions, ones that there was time to debate over, that was taken to the court. Where the king could not overrule anyone. the voice that was most heated were the voices that had the most information or the most sway over the issue. If it was based upon water, it was the Litri and the Jenku that had the loudest voices. It is their opinions that were the most heard. When it came to aerial shit, it was the Fakuro and the Dorinkin. So on and so forth.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's always supposed to be a council. At least when it comes to all of us working together. But for each species, how we do things is going to differ. And that's something you will need to work out with Waco and Laviren. And the inevitable children that you'll have.
Right. I suppose I still worry about repeating history. I mean, ever since we've been to the graveyard, ever since we've learned all that we have. I know that from what I've heard, our previous king, he was not the best individual, to my understanding.
Espar is fucking us over with his fear.
I know he is.
It is a fact that you are worried about repeating history. That you won't repeat history. You have already hated it. But we cannot let that be the root of you making all decisions the opposite. Sort of like what Aspar is doing.
Of course.
The old king was terrible, but he was still great. He was still a king. Espar, in his noble little quest to deny everything of the previous king and not be like him, is not being like a king at all.
Which is its own problem.
So I wouldn't worry about it.
It's not so... I won't lie, it will be difficult not to worry, but... it is that worry that makes me want to act. Rather than just... avoid it. We can't avoid those worries, those problems. We just have to make sure we do better. And
remember, we have these wise little rocks.
Fair point. We have the rocks to guide us.
If we're doing something really not great, I am sure this will turn into the best fucking vibrators out there, so...
Oh, I bet! I know Laviren's been holding on to at least our crystal as of late, so... I think it's been a good guide for her. I just wish little Prince would open his eyes, and hopefully maybe I can help.
I wish you the best of luck. Maybe he needs a man's touch. I don't fucking know.
Maybe he does proceeds to crack knuckles of like the fucking fingers that are here.
Yeah, let me... Also, what do you think of my hair?
It's the most beautiful hair that I've ever seen. Fluffy and fuck, what's the... Wow, hold on. Voluminous?
Oh, you tried. That's cute.
Apologies. I guess your view just stuns me so much. I tend to lose my words.
Oh, poor baby. Oh.
It is quite beautiful, though. Especially when it shines in the light like this.
Aw, thank you.
Of course. My sea goddess.
Adorable.
Adorable, you say? I mean,
yes.
I can show you adorable pulls your clothes. I can show you adorable real fast.
Yeah, you say this to the blind woman? How are you gonna show me?
Like this. And I'm gonna pull both of us into the water.
Oh?
And, yeah. Gonna just get hot and steamy real fucking quick.